is absolute value. Absolute value is the distance from 0. And so if we look at absolute value of x equal to 5, what are the two values that are 5 units from 0? Negative 5 for sure. And what else? And 5. So when you do an absolute value, you actually get two relationships that you can use. One is the forward direction and one is the negative direction from the origin. Okay? And we do a lot of work with absolute value. Here's a few properties. But let's look at some actual solving. So would everybody go to this yellow slide? Absolute value of 3x minus 1 equals 6. You can, the way I like to start these is isolate the absolute values by themselves. So like this one, I like to go 3 minus 1 equals the absolute value of x plus 5. I move the absolute value to this side, and now we just get absolute value of x plus 5 equals 2. Same thing here. 3 times absolute value of 2x plus 1 equals 5. Absolute value of 2x plus 1 equals 5/3. So you start, get an absolute value all by itself. Be okay with that? Be okay with that? That's where you start. And then what did we say when you do absolute value? How many different relationships do you have? 2. So then write them out. The first one is the obvious. 3x minus 1 equals 6. 2 equal to x plus 5. 2x plus 1 equals 5/3. Obvious. The second one, you write whatever's in here, and then you set it equal to the opposite of what's on the other side. So we have 2 equals absolute value of x plus 5. So x plus 5 equals 2, and x plus 5 equals what? Negative 2. Here we have absolute value of 2x plus 1 equals 5/3. We have 2x plus 1 equal what? Negative 5/3. So those are the two pairs of relationships that we're going to get our two answers, like 5 and negative 5. You solve, first thing you do is solve for absolute value. We'll just call it, I don't want to call it f of x, let's call it g of x. Whatever's in that absolute value. Then, after that, form two equations. And the first one will be g of x equal to whatever you have. And the other one is g of x equals what? The opposite of what you have. And I'll just do this first one. That was the main part I wanted to show you. So you'll have 3x equal to 6 plus 1 is 7. X is 7/3. Here you have 3x is equal to negative 6 plus 1 is negative 5. X is equal to negative 5/3. Those are my two answers. And I'm not going to do that for those two, if that's all right. You try number 4. So if you move this to the other side, you get 4 is equal to 5 plus absolute value of 5x plus 3. I got to get this absolute value by itself, so I get absolute value of 5x plus 3 equal to 4 minus 5. What's 4 minus 5? Negative 1. What's the answer for this? No answer, because you can't take the absolute value and get a negative number. All right. Graphing, all you do is you draw the absolute value and then do whatever we've done before. Here it's inside the function, so we move it to the right 3. Here it's outside the function, we move it down 3. And then with something like this here, I would just move the point is what I would do for that. X-intercepts, domain, range, I think you can handle all of that, increasing, decreasing. for tomorrow, I want you to do the problems here, solve the equations like we just did. This 16 and 19 will be interesting for you. Try those out. And then don't forget to do 22 and 23 and 7. 8 you don't have to do. 2 quick things. If you have any wrappers, would you please pick them up? And then when the bell rings, you can toss those. I think the bell is pretty much ring. If you didn't get any Smarties, I need to talk to you for a second. You need to stay after. If you didn't get the Smarties. I think, are there people out there, Rowan? Yeah. See you guys. If you didn't get any Smarties.
Oh, I'm okay.
Get a Smartie?
No, thank you.
If you didn't get any Smarties, you need to stay after. You're in trouble. Did you get a Smartie?
No, I got one.
Oh, you got one? Did you get one? Well, you need to stay after. You got one. You're welcome. Did you get one, Sarah? Okay, good. I do like Smarties. Claire, do you like Smarties?
Yeah.
Oh, they're so good. 2,000 pounds of pressure to make a Smartie.
Oh, that sucks, especially like with like writing letters. I'm having. Wait, guidance counselor? Okay, that's actually smart. Jennifer pulls down. Literally never met her. I'm like, I don't want to. Yeah, it's like. Hello.
Hi.
I have an IB meeting
At
at
10?
10. Yeah.
Today, you might not want to miss because we're reviewing for the test tomorrow.
I know, and I forgot that math is on Wednesdays, but like this is just like a meeting that we were scheduled.
Yeah. Well, like I say, it's up to you.
Okay.
How long is it?
I'm not sure how long it's supposed to be.
Okay. Well, thank you for letting me know, but